So why is networking so important to job searching? And it makes me think back to a time when an individual came up to me at a trade show and he said, I have sent out 150 resumes and I can't find work. And I'm pretty sure that the education that I have or the credential that I have isn't what employers are looking for. So what do you think that I need to do in order to find work? Do I need more education or what is it? So I said, okay, well, let's look at your job search. When you've gone out and you've been giving out your resumes, what have employers told you about the resume that you're offering? Or have you asked any questions about the credentials that you have? And this young gentleman said, well, I've sent out 150 resumes. I made out great packages. I had cover letters, and I put them in nice envelopes, and I sent them out to 150 employers, and I haven't heard anything back from any of them. So what is wrong? And so I said, so you haven't made any contacts. You haven't actually talked to any of these employers. And he said, no, but I've sent out 150. I haven't heard a thing. Well, that right there gives me an indication as to something that might be going on. So let's consider this scenario. If you're an employer of a small business or an employer who hires someone but you don't have a job at that point in time, there's probably other things that you're thinking about or you're working on because you're not needing to look for hiring someone right now. So if an unsolicited resume comes in and you're not looking for someone, you're probably going to take that resume and throw it out. Or it's going to go to the bottom of a pile because right now this is not the time that you're looking to collect these. Let's consider another scenario. You are looking to hire, you've posted a job, but what ends up happening then when it's posted is that now everybody who might be looking for that kind of work is now competing for that job. They are the ones sending in resumes. So as an employer, you might end up with dozens and dozens of resumes that now you have to sift through. So what's going to happen? As an employer, you're probably going to look for anything glaring right away that you can start sifting out resumes because you want to get it down to a manageable pile of, say, 10 stellar resumes. And now let's consider that young man. If he just sent his resume out and perhaps he didn't meet some of the things that employers are looking for, his resume may have got sifted out right off the bat before he even had the opportunity to get a chance to look at it. But now let's shift gears a little bit here and let's consider another scenario where perhaps, okay, I'm not saying employer and I'm not hiring, but that young man comes through the door with his resume in his brown envelope that he's created this nice package and he brings it in and he says, hi, I'm so-and-so. I have just graduated from a program and I thought that you might hire the types of people or the types for the types of careers that I'm trained in. So I thought I would come in and drop my resume off if you wouldn't mind taking it. I then have the opportunity to say, well, I'm not really hiring right now, but you know what? Now you're a warm contact, or that young man would be a warm contact. I've met him. I get to make an impression about him because he's just showed the initiative to come in to explore career opportunities, and he's had the courage to do that. So now I get the opportunity to make a connection, and now he has the opportunity to ask questions. If you were hiring, what would be the sorts of things that you would be looking for in a resume? Or how would you like me to go through that process? Okay, let's consider another scenario where maybe this young man doesn't even necessarily send out his resumes, but he starts letting people know that I've graduated from this program and I want to find work. And, I would say to him, start telling people. Tell your mechanic, tell your hairdresser, tell your neighbor, tell anyone who you have a connection with that you're looking for work. This is the career that I'm looking at. These are the credentials that I have. If you hear of anyone hiring, or if you know of anyone that you think I might be a good fit for, let them know how to get in touch with me because I would love to drop my resume off. Or let me know so that I can follow through and drop my resume off. And now let's go back to that employer. The employer is looking to hire, says to his or her neighbor, this is the type of person that I'm looking for. Do you know of anyone? And lo and behold, that neighbor happens to be the mechanic that you or that young man said, hey, I'm looking for work. And now there is an indirect connection through the network that that young individual created that now may lead to work that he didn't even know was out there or available. So those warm connections and getting to know people through your network can pave the way to jobs. Now, if networking is intimidating or it's something you've never done or you're not quite sure you understand it, please make sure that you keep watching vncimageandetiquette.com, because I do offer workshops from time to time. If you see an opportunity in your neighborhood where this might be a workshop that you would like to see offered, send me an email. I would love to see if there's any potential way that we can make that happen. Or perhaps you just want to sit down and have a one-to-one individual conversation about networking, because that's a little bit more what you need right now. I would love for you to drop an email off to VNC Civility, so VNCCIVILITY@gmail.com, and we can perhaps come up with something that will work better for you that way. Otherwise, I hope that the networking talk has given you some great things to think about, and it'll help you in your career journey. So until next time, thank you.